Treat people like they're dead. We treat so many people with such love and such respect at their funeral. Some experiences and memories that you had with them, but I'm sure you've never been to a funeral, no matter who it was, where someone got up to the podium and they said the worst things about them, or the worst memories, or some of their biggest mistakes, or their biggest flaws. If they're dead and they're buried into the ground like all of these bodies in this cemetery, there's no point in saying anything negative, and because you know it's a waste of your time. So what does that tell me? I need to treat my family and friends like they're dead. And I should probably even treat the people that don't like me like they're dead. Meaning I should treat them with respect. I should look at their best qualities. I should try to remember the good memories that I have of them. But one thing I do know that we can do is we can sure as hell try to treat people with a little bit more compassion and respect, because I know that that will reciprocate back to you. So treat people like they're dead. Treat them with respect and bring out their greatest qualities. What is SEO? I want you to picture all of the businesses online as a very enormous, giant school classroom. Your business is a student in that classroom. I want you to picture the teacher as Google. Google is the teacher. SEO is basically all of the students trying to get on the teacher's good side. What does the teacher's pet do to be recognized by the teacher? They follow all the rules. They kiss butt a little, unfortunately. And they do everything that they need to do to please the teacher. SEO is search engine optimization. Search engine is what Google is. It's an engine that you search in online. So when you need a specific business, say like a camera place or a shoe place, you type in shoes and then your city name, and then whatever comes up first is typically what you're going to click on or what you're going to execute on. You know that those top searches have done all of the things. They're somewhat the teacher's pet. Google likes their products. That's why they keep making it better. So if you're actually using their product and putting more things into it, they'll tend to favor you more. So are you creating new, rich, and custom content? Things like blogs or new pages or links or anything like that on your website is always favorable.
Please help me in welcoming Coeur.
Hey everybody. Thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate your time that you can give me, and I just really appreciate Dr. Rick and Laura Rumpler and all of you at NIC for allowing me to come just be a part of this for a little bit. Your time is the most valuable currency that you have, and the fact that you have given it to this is really great, and I'm super grateful that I could be here. Many ask you to believe in your students. They come and they're a part of what you're doing, and they come over and they say, hey, let's talk about the students and how we can inspire and empower them to be amazing, and that they come out and they could start their own businesses and get great jobs. Right now, we're not going to talk about them right now because they're not here. We're going to talk about you. I'm asking you today to believe in yourself. The older that I get, so I'm young still. I still have a lot of time left. I'm 36 years old, and I am just getting started. But the older that I get, the more permission I give myself to speak to society. The more I can say about the world that I live in. And the more I also realize that we're all just kind of winging it as adults. We're all kind of scared. We're not kind of scared. We wake up with anxiety and stress. And we wake up with, am I going to be able to do this, and how am I going to be able to do this? The first day of school, like today even, you gotta come in here and meet everybody again. Some of you have been working all summer, some of you haven't, and you're like stressed out about it, and we all have anxiety about it. And I have empathy towards that. And so my job in life, I feel this is my allotment in life, is to inspire others to be themselves. And if I can inspire adults just as much as young people and older people, that's what I want to do. But I still woke up this morning stressed and worried and nervous to do this. But the only difference was I decided I was just going to do it, and I was going to do my very best. And the most important part is I was going to be me doing it. And I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still winging it. But the only difference is that I'm doing it as me. I'm going to be confident in being myself. Because that's the thing that I can control. Buddy Lay, some of you probably know Buddy Lay. Buddy Lay is a friend of mine, and he told me once one of the greatest pieces of advice I have received recently was, he goes, control the controllables. That's all you can do in life. And so that's what I do. I control the controllables. And if I stress out or have anxiety over something and I can't control it, guess what? I don't think about it anymore. I get rid of it because I can't control that. I can't control the staff. I can't control anything. They're human beings. They're people. They want to quit today after my speech. That's fine. I'll figure it out. We're all living our lives, right? So I'm just going to control myself. I'm going to control how I treat people, how I treat myself, and how I go about life. I can only control the things I say up on this stage. So I'm going to just say the things that are in my heart and in my mind and do my very, very best to accomplish the goal of inspiring others to be themselves. Jules, she is, you guys have seen it with Honor, with Malachi, who else? Georgia's right there. Real quick, look at Georgia there, show. That's Georgia. You remember Georgia? She came in as a job shadow at one point, trying to fill 15 hours of work. She did so well, kicked ass so hard that we brought her in as an intern, and now she's a part-time employee, but she's leaving for college, and that sucks, and we're gonna miss her. Today's actually her last day. Yep. So today is Georgia's last day, and we're absolutely gonna miss her, and but you know, she'll be back. Anyways, so that being said, Georgia was that first person that really came in and allowed Seejepp to experience what it's like to have a job shadow student from high school or a college student come in and intern with us. Then we got Honor, right, Justin? Yeah. We had Honor come in, who was connected to Justin's mom. And the third person that came was Malachi. He job shadowed us for like 2 to 3 weeks. It was amazing to have Malachi in here. Jules emailed us. She wanted to come in and she wanted to job shadow. She's interested in the industry. She's going to start going to school for digital marketing, I think.
I am already.
Oh, she is in school for digital marketing. Why don't you just go ahead and tell them your process and what you thought of before you did this and what your thoughts are so far, all that stuff.
So this year I decided that I'm really into digital marketing. I kind of realized that, wasn't sure what I wanted to do before that. So I started a online course for digital marketing, but I realized that I wasn't learning as much or as fast as I wanted to. And so a friend told me about Seejepp, and so I came down here and talked to Corey.
Yeah, so shout out to Amy Straub. Thanks for telling Jules about us. We really enjoyed having Jules here, and she's job shadowing this week, and then next week, if everything goes well, she might be interning, which will be really cool. And so she sat with Georgia today. She's sitting with Justin now, and yesterday sat with Alyssa, and tomorrow she'll sit with John, and the next day she'll sit with Timmery, and she's just getting the full gauntlet of what we do at Seejepp. And that's like equivalent of like a year and a half of college. So you could probably turn that in for credit.
Scientifically proven.
Yeah, so if anybody wants us to turn that in for college credit, you just let us know. We'll go ahead and sign that. So can you talk about your experience so far and how much?
It's been great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about Seejepp? Have you liked, like, what's your favorite things? What's your favorite things so far that you've experienced?
My favorite thing is that I feel comfortable here.
Nice. Yeah, cool. I'm glad. We feel comfortable to have you. It seems like you fit really well. All right, so that's about it. Thanks, Jules.